What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Pone, coming at you guys with a Battlefield 3 gameplay. What flashback? What's going on, Pone? I'm using the M5K PDW. I felt like showing some guns that I, just don't have in BF4 some love. M5K being one of them. It's a PDW. It's kind of restricted to only being good on a few different maps, and I don't like putting anything on it. I like it naked, just like I do my mid. Wait, what? So, I'm just kidding, guys. I occasionally equip the red dot sight to it. You caught me, you got me. So, I wanted to kind of give like a comparison thing, kind of how I'm feeling about the games now that I can go back and experience this game. Now, the first time I put this thing in, oh god, I'm not even playing console. What the fuck is wrong with you, Pod? First time I reinstalled this, first time I queued up, went through the battle logs, it's really, it felt foreign. That's the word I'm looking for. It felt like a game that I've never played before. I felt so off of it. I could go back to Halo after not playing it for 4 years. Suck at it, but it still feels like it did. For some reason, this game felt extremely weird. I don't know if it was just the recent activity with games. Maybe too much Plants vs. Zombies, maybe way too much Titanfall. If you guys played the beta in Titanfall and you went from that all the way in, you might have been, wait for it. Ammo! First time ever. Took 2.5 years, but I finally got some ammo in Battlefield 3. But, the change of pace happens sometimes. I'd hop over from the Titanfall beta, play a little bit of Battlefield 4, and I felt like I was in slow-mo. Just one of those things. So when I started playing this game, it just felt really weird to me. Felt like I've never done it before. It was just really weird. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what I've been experiencing with this and how I've been, I guess, is spicing up my gaming life. Because things can get a little frustrating from time to time, and it doesn't need to be a fault of the game, but sometimes things that normally don't stress you out or piss you off sometimes do. So that's one of those things. It's always great to have alternatives. It's always good to not be invested entirely into one thing. That's right, guys, don't get married. Just kidding. It's magnificent in case she's watching. I just sometimes like having alternatives. Like even back when I used to play COD and I was pissed off at MW3, absolutely couldn't stand the game, I fell back into Call of Duty 4. That was like that one game that I'd always fall back onto. And when I didn't like Battlefield 3, it was probably just because I played too much of it and just little things started to irritate me a little bit more. I started trying to push myself to poopy gun loadouts, and that's really, really challenging when everyone's using M16, so on and so forth. So things just stress me out a little bit more. Plus, you add this kind of dash of, I guess, responsibility and necessary standards to get gameplay to for my audience. Makes it a little bit more challenging. So I like to just hop over and play a little bit of Battlefield 3 here and there, and I decided to start posting this and maybe even some BC2 if I can get it working. For some reason, my Shadowplay, which is my recording software, doesn't record sound. It's kind of weird. I need to work on that, and I can't get it to record Bad Company 2, so I just need to find some alternatives. But I've been playing this game, and the first thing that I noticed is Suppression. It was the thing that I hated most about Battlefield 3, but I think part of it was because it really, really hindered my favorite class. I was a big bolt action guy. I was absolutely in love. Got your tootsies! Absolutely in love with the recon class. Now, bolt actions were just completely useless. It's like that little piece of green lettuce-looking dark stuff that they put on the side of your plates when you go to Applebee's or some special. You're not special. What's that piece of lettuce? No one eats it. Why buy it? Stupid. So to me, I was always like, nah, I don't really like it. It just really hurts the game too much. It really hurts, what I like to do, and I love to snipe in games. So I generally needed to find an entire lobby full of crayon eaters for me to get any successful game type and experience the game that I want to. And truth be told, it was just kind of a pain in the ass. So I generally think Suppression affected me more than the majority of players because that's how I like to play. That's how I wanted to spend most of my time playing, and I couldn't. Now that I've been playing and I've not really been sniping too much, I've grown to adjust and handle it. It's funny how, this was the shittiest game ever, and then you play Battlefield 4 and you hop right back on this game and then you apologize to it, like legitimately looking at your screen like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have treated you that. I was upset. It's not you, it's me, and it's just one of those things. So we had our flaws, just use as frag rounds, M26 dart. There were flaws inside of the game. Actually, those flaws made the game unplayable, but they fixed them. And generally, the game, I think it was just because it was the long-term life of the game. It was the first time it's ever had a really big audience on YouTube for it. So the moment that we have to have 2 years of the same thing, things just started getting a little bit irritating for the content creator and the viewer. So I think the game I started just going downhill as it aged a little bit, started sagging a little bit, and it just got a little bit irritating for a lot of people, me included. But now able to go back, I'm thinking that I finally found this way to make Battlefield very, very fun for me, and that's kind of doing this alternating thing. Play a little bit of Bad Company 2, some Battlefield 3, the next day go to Battlefield 4. You know, if there's something you don't like, I did that back in COD. I got tired of a COD game, I'd go back and play one that I enjoyed. I mean, having multiple options is a good thing. I don't always have to go to an entirely different game or genre, and I can have a lot of fun with it. So here I am, yet again, M5K, nothing on it, tearing these guys up, having fun too, because outside of this server, the only other servers open are Operation Metro, and bro, do you even BF4 Second Assault? I don't know. That's just how I feel about it, but I had a lot of fun playing, though. It really, really did feel good to go back and play it. Took a little bit of adjusting, like I said. It felt really, really weird to me. But Battlefield 3 is definitely one of my favorite games. I'm going to be playing a lot more of it. And I'd like to post more of it, too. I'd like to post a couple Battlefield 4 videos a week, a couple Battlefield 3. And I wanted to see if I can mix those together and have cute little biracial babies. And I need to know if you guys are okay with that. I mean, it is 2014. So if you're okay with having both of them exist and me doing crazy stuff, I may be able to start doing things that I used to do in Love 2, like poopy gun loadouts and stuff like that. And as long as I have different options, that's always a good thing, opening up your doors. So, little Febreze helps too. And coming back to this game, it's just a good way to see how things worked out and how they've actually enhanced certain things in Battlefield 4. We both know both games have a little bit of flaws, or maybe some things that just may not be your fancy. The one thing that I did realize that they hit right on the head is they've upgraded the way that the guns work and the classes work. Now, back in Battlefield 3, again, like I said, Suppression really hurt the Recon class, and ammo was nowhere to be found. Look, I had to get my own ammo right there. What is up? And it just felt that, like, the support didn't have major influence either. The guns weren't half bad, but when you had guns like the M16, M416, and AEK out there in everyone's hands, where they could build up score, revive, heal, there wasn't really a big need for support back then. And that's what really hurt it. You technically have, like, only two really good classes, and that was Engineer and Assault. And you're going to be limiting yourself and hurting yourself if you use either of the others, because the guns, just almost any other gun, can outperform, you know, the M249 or anything like that. There were some decent ones. I love the PKP, but truth is, the alternatives were the PDWs. Now, that's the one thing that I learned to appreciate about this is how you know things are a little bit different now. You know how many times people used PDWs? There really weren't too many people that used them. I rarely got killed by a handful of those at all. So, looking at this now, seeing how involved carbines are in that game, a lot of people at the start were like, no, they should bring PDWs back. But now seeing it, I'm like, no, I think they did it right. It's just how I feel with it, guys. Those are my feels. Take them. Give them back, though. I need them. Have a good day, guys. Get double headshot sprayed, shut down, flag cap, YOLO swag, 420 strats. Get put down. Hopefully you enjoyed this, guys. You want more Battlefield 3? Just make sure you subscribe and let me know in the comment below. Be sure to smack that like button, too, because it helps out a lot. I'm going to go to bed now. Bye.